Of a truth, Iro and Buba is one of the elegant attires that we have in Nigeria. And it has come to stay, like it's not going anywhere anytime soon. I don't think it's ever going to happen. In this video, we are going to be talking about how to cut and sew Iro and Buba. I made a tutorial on how to cut and sew Iro and Buba a while ago. I have the video on this channel, and to my greatest surprise, in the past weeks, each time I go to my YouTube analytics, my most watched video has been that video, honestly. So when I wanted to cut and sew this particular Iru and Buba, I was like, why not just make a tutorial on it? Because I know that it will be useful to a lot of people. And for this particular Iru and Buba, there will be edge at the neckline, as you can see in the video. So if you've ever wondered, or if you've been wondering how they achieve buba neck that has edge on it, this particular video is for you. My name is Oluwatosin. In case this is my first video that you're coming across, and you're welcome. So all my returning subscribers, you're also welcome. So let's dive right into the video. I used this lace for mine, and the basic measurement you need to know before you can sew buba for an adult is the buba length, and then the shoulder. The shoulder has to be wider than the normal shoulder, and the sleeve length. Basically, that is it. If the person wants it as oleku or as a proper buba, these are the major things you need to measure on the person, or the major measurements that you have to know at the back of your mind before you start cutting buba. So majorly, buba length for lace is majorly the length of the lace when it's on fold of two, just like I'm folding mine now. Whatever the length you get is majorly the length, except you want it longer. That is when you can cut and join to it. So you are going to be dividing that shoulder by two, and then you fold your fabric into two. Like in my case, this person's shoulder for buba is 32 because she's kind of chubby. So I will be dividing 32 by 2, which is 16, and I will fold that. After cutting it out for the neck, I used neck width of 8, divided by 2, I marked 4, and then neck depth of 5 at this point. If the neck of your buba will not be having the lace edge, you are good to go at this point. It is just to turn the neckline with bias, and that the next thing is to put a notch at that point. That is like the shoulder, so that when you want to fix the hand, you can easily identify the shoulder because there's no joining on the shoulder. Now for the hand, you're just going to consider an armhole and add 1 inch. Our armhole is 23. I added 1 inch to make it 24. I divided it by 2, and I marked it on my fabric that is already on fold of 2. But because I'm cutting for the two sleeves at the same time now on fold of 4, so I marked 12, and I made the length 9 inches, the length of the sleeve. Then I notch that part because the two notches have to touch each other before I can sew. The notch on the shoulder and then the notch on the sleeve. Now to recut the neckline more, initially I've measured 4 in width by 5 in length. So I'm going to be adding 3 inches to make it 7 to the width. Then to the length, I'm going to be adding 2 inches. So I measured 7 by 7. That's 14 in width and 7 in length. Then I'll join these 2 points together and just cut it out. After cutting it out, you are going to measure the whole neckline. So you measure what you have there. Whatever you measure, you multiply by 4, because our fabric is on fold of 4 before measuring. That will be the length of the edge that you will cut out from the lace. So you are going to mark the shoulder line on the shoulder on the neckline as well, so that you know where to start joining your edge from. So what I measured it inside my lace edge. I added 1 inch allowance, and then I cut it out. After notching the part of the neckline that falls on the shoulder, you're going to open it up like this, and then for the edge you join it first. You're not going to join it straight, you join it slant, like it will be slanted, and you will join just one side first. Like I cut the lace in two pieces, one for front and one for back. I joined it. I didn't join it straight. I slanted my hand when I was joining it. And at the middle of each edge, you reduce it with like half inch. You can see that the middle is not the same length with the rest of the piece. Now, the next thing is to pin that part that you joined to the knot you made on the shoulder line, on the inside the neckline that falls on the shoulder line. I hope what I'm saying is clear. And then you are going to sew to one direction, you come back to sew to the other direction. Now, this is where we are at this point. You remember I told you that I joined just one side of the edge, this other side. It is at this point that you will join it and then you will slant your hand and stitch it on the neckline. This is what it's looking like at this point. You can see that the edge is not relaxed. So to make it relaxed, you're just going to put one big dart at the middle front and middle back. You will put a very big dart at the middle, at the front and at the back. By so doing, the edge will just relax on the neckline. You can now see that the edge is relaxed now, unlike when we just joined it that we've not put that. For the sleeve now, I'll just be stitching it with like half or 1 inch. Now to make it a bit neat, I joined it wrong side facing wrong side first with like 1/4 inch before flipping it to the wrong side and now joining it right side facing right side. By doing this, the edge will be concealed in between that tiny stitch. You will see the edge from the wrong side. I hope what I'm trying to say is clear. So the next is to open up the body of the buba like this. You remember that notch that we made while we were cutting it, and the one that we made on the sleeve. You're going to be pinning the two notches together, making sure the right side is facing right side. Then you will sew to one direction till you get to the armpit, that part that you have joined. And when you get to that part, you will stop. You won't continue. You will go the other direction too, and then you will sew till you get to the armpit. When you are done doing this, you put the two sides together like this, right side still facing right side. Then you will stitch it straight down with half inch. Half inch is okay. Then towards the down of the buba, you are going to measure 3 to 4 inches upward. That is where you will stop your joining. And this part that you have left opened, you're just going to sew it like the way they used to sew side of kaftan. You double fold each of them. You sew when you get to that part, you cross to the other side, double fold it, and then you sew. You repeat this same process to the other side of the buba, and basically the buba is ready. For the wrapper, I measured 2.5 inch because, like I said, she is kind of a chubby person. If you are sewing for a slim person, when I say slim, I mean hips below 37, you can use 2 yards, but anything above 38 as hips, please use 2 and 10 inches or 2.5 yards. And she wants her buba to have belt. So I just cut this belt that measures 8 in wideness on fold of 2, 7 and 3.5. Then the length is 28, and then I turn that and I stitched it on the edge of the wrapper. Any part that you want to be up is where you'll be stitching the belt, which was what I did. I stitched it on this side and also on the other side of the wrapper. And basically that is it on how to cut and sew a row and buba that has edge of lace on the neck. I hope someone found this video helpful and interesting. You can see how relaxed this edge is on the neck of my mannequin. If this video has been helpful to you, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you get notified the next time I upload any video on this channel. In case it's the first time you are coming here, consider subscribing. And if you have any question, don't hesitate to ask me down in the comment section. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next tutorial. Bye.